At the Youth Ministry Cloud, we understand that one of the craziest times for you can be check-in, be that for home groups, midweek services, Sunday morning Bible studies, wherever the case may be, because you're trying to make sure visitors are connected, everyone's checking in, so you've got good data about your ministry, and trying to connect and follow up with some of your kids who are there every week. And so we've taken some steps to make sure that this process goes as easily and smoothly for you as possible. Now, the first thing I want to say is that remember, we give you the power to add as many leaders as you want to, and then tie them to groups. And with that, what happens is then you can empower them to help you with the different aspects that I'm going to show you today. Because in their devices as well, or a device that you provide them, they can log in, and then any data they collect, students they add, attendance they take, gets tied into your ministry, so you can see all those reports and information. And then on top of that, if there's other groups that they're a part of or things you want them to do, they can go see data on those groups you've assigned them to as well. And just to give them an idea of how their group's doing, what sort of follow-up they might need to do. And so we believe that's some really powerful tools. But real quick, just to show you. So let's say it's my midweek service. I'm going to title it. I pulled up take attendance for this group. I'm going to set the date. And then I can go down here and you can see I have my list of kids. And now what's great is I can scroll or I can filter. And what happens is that kid pops up. And now, think about it. The kid can do this, the leader could do this, however you want to set it up. And then I go in, I submit the attendance, and I'm good to go. That person gets taken off the list so that they don't accidentally submit themselves twice or do something that's, that messes up the system. You can also see that the title and the date stays put, so you don't have to keep inputting that. And every time you submit, it keeps getting tied to the same event so that that data stays accurate. But here's something else we've added. So you're going to see this student right here. If I click that and I go to check in other groups, let's say you've got a midweek service and you not only want to know how many kids showed up, but you also want your leaders to know how many people showed up for their small group as well, so that they can do follow-up and different things like that. Well, all that you would do is you can check that, check the subgroup, and then you can check them into multiple groups at one time. And so now you have that data not only of the whole room, but also that data about what happened in those small groups, which helps not only you, but it also helps your leaders. Now, let's say that you need to add a new student. Couple things. You can do it right from here, but for example, let's say that I want to have one person running a kiosk station that does the attendance check-in, and I'm going to have another leader walking around with their phone or another device again that you provide them, and they're going to have this add student form pulled up. And what's great is you can see we've broken it down to where basically if you just want to get some basic info. Now, really first and last name is all that's required. So that way you can get kids in quick, because you don't want to spend the whole time having them fill out forms, because you want them having conversations, building relationships. But some of those other important things about staying contacted and things like that are also in this first section as well. But then if they want to, if you have the time or they want to give you the info, you've got additional info about schools. Now, here's the cool thing about schools. As you add kids, we build a list of schools for you so that all your schools that are in your ministry are right there in a list. And then if you needed to add a new school because that kid's part of one that's not yet in your ministry, you just type in the add new school and it'll do all that. So we're trying again to save you time. We've got social media info, address info, and then also parent info, parent 1 and parent 2, because we know there's a lot of situations or just both parents want to be involved. And then of course you can also take a picture really quick right from your device. So all these things are in place for you. All these things are set up and ready to go, and we've simplified and condensed the form to where you can just get the information that you want, kids can get it to you, and they can get it to you quickly. Now, you can also add kids to groups. So I can add this kid to my Wednesday night group. They're on there, and then as soon as I put that in, and then I refresh that page, or next time I submit attendance, guess what? That kid's on my list. I can check them in, and we're all good to go. And so you can have a flow, a process. But here's the other great thing. Since you're able to split this out among multiple leaders, you're not having to rush kids through, and they can spend time having those conversations, building relationships, and doing all of those things. So we've got the attendance feature, we've got the desktop and the mobile version. You have the ability to empower your leaders to help you out as well. And you can do all of these things. And so that way your check-in process goes quickly, goes smoothly, kids are in, kids are connected, kids are building relationships, your leaders are empowered, and you are getting great information about your ministry so that you can turn around and utilize our automated follow-up systems for texting and email to let kids know you missed them or how happy you were that they visited, to pull reports, to also do the event reports, to where even your leaders can go in on their devices, pull up a quick event report, see all the absent kids, and the buttons are right there there for them to tap to text, email, or call. And so they can sit there while they're drinking coffee or right after work and they're relaxing a little bit and just do that quick follow-up of their kids. So we love that, and we hope this helps you. And if you have any questions or any other ideas, please let us know.